The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This is why black men don't ask or help. A black boy is taught 3 things about manhood from almost everyone, and everything he comes in contact with. And those 3 things are: Number 1. Being a man means being strong. Number 2. Being a man means not having weakness, and not showing any weak emotions. Sadness. Number 3. Being a man means taking care of everyone else regardless of how you feel.
Men need to stop taking women on dates. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you. I wouldn't even buy her coffee.
Men need to stop taking women on dates.
Get your best friend and take her out of here. You should never take a woman out on a date.
I'm building myself from the ground up. You come build ground up on your own, and then we can merge together. But long gone for me are the days of dating a nigga's potential, dating a nigga because I love him, dating a nigga because my son needs a father. Like, I realized, God damn it, I'm the nigga.
This logo might be coming back to the NFL, and here's why. So as we all know, back in 2020, the Redskins changed their name to the Commanders. Of course, due to pressure of people saying that it was offensive. But over the past 4 years, there's been many attempts and even petitions with millions of signatures trying to get the team to change the name back. Until finally, new owner Josh Harris said that's not gonna happen. But then last week came along this guy. This guy right here is Steve Daines, and he's a senator in Montana. And he says that changing the name and the logo in 2020 was an example of woke gone wrong.
Why we not talk? Well, let's talk about it. We live. We live. Yeah.
Potato salad. Now that's my favorite right here. Who made a potato salad? This motherfucker. Shit.
Why? Huh? Why, nigga? Huh? You don't walk into a fast food restaurant and ask who's on fries, do you? Huh? Do you roll up in the Roscoe's and ask who's grilling the motherfucking waffles? Huh? No, you don't. So why does it matter who made the damn potato salad?
It don't really matter.
Exactly my point. Now scoop some up on your punk ass plate and shut the fuck up. Now!
Scooping, nigga.
Scoop, nigga.
Eating all. Look at scoop right here. There you go.
He didn't mean it, Mookie.
There's another scoop. That's two scoops.
No, he didn't mean it. There's nothing wrong with your potato salad.
Yeah. Your potato salad is dry.
Yeah, like the desert.
Like the desert. Dry.
It is not dry. I just didn't have enough mayonnaise last year. That's right.
What about the year before last?
All right, then. I mean, what about that nasty ham that Grandma makes?
What? Well, I thought it was good.
Shut your ass up.
Shut up.
Fuck, you about to get your ass whipped, boy.
Since we're speaking of nasty, what about this nasty ass raw turkey we be eating every year?
You better watch that turkey mouth. You know what, some bitch? I'm gonna tell you one goddamn thing. I didn't want you at this goddamn Thanksgiving dinner. Now this turkey is good. This is a good goddamn turkey. It ain't nothing wrong with this turkey. The turkey is just rare.
Rare my ass. The turkey is raw. It's raw every goddamn year.
Fuck you.
Last year you cooked up the damn plastic bag with the giblets still inside the goddamn turkey. And the plastic bag was raw.
You say another fucking word, I'll carve that hat right off your goddamn head.
Shit is raw and bad.
You raw, motherfucker. Your ass is raw.
That's why I have to drink this messed up punch to wash the shit down.
You say you let my punch pop it.
Oh, they getting it cracking in here the way I like it.
Oh, no, I ain't taking no ass whooping.
What you gonna do? Take the goddamn carve and just carve his black ass up, Ray Ray. Whip his ass.
That ain't your son, no way. That ain't your grandpa.
Let him have it, grandpa.
You better hold that. You better hold that. Take your ass down to the bottom. You better hold that, nigga. Before I will whoop your young monkey ass.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing.
That's the show, Dada!
The last 7 days have been totally insane, but we made it. Now buckle up and get ready for the most organic conversation on the internet with your hosts, the Force, the King, the Kamikaze, the Great and Terrible. Up to it, down to it. Pour a glass and talk some trash. Welcome to the show, and thank you for tuning in. We hope you have a good time tonight right along with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Let's go up to it.
Yes, sir. He survived, y'all. He made it. The APD went out. We had to make sure he was good. And it turns out, and thank God, Kev is back with us. He's all right, ladies and gentlemen. He's okay. Give him a round of applause. Shout him out in the comments.
Listen, I'm awake. Man, listen. And the crazy part, first of all, shout out to all of y'all who text me like, yo, is you good? I was asleep. I was tired. Listen, tired. You hear me? Nice. You spend 3 straight Saturdays listening to the same song for 10 hours and driving up and down the road and perform. I was tired. The second drink that I fixed was still sitting here full on the table. All my intrusive thoughts won. That's why I'm sitting in a folding chair tonight. I don't even want to get comfortable. This little blue sofa behind me, and Trey, you know, this sofa comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? I put my head back for a second and was like, nah, don't you do that. And I sat back up and my body was like, nah, we already felt what that was like, bruh. Go and give it to God. And next thing you know, I'm waking up. It's 2:30 in the morning. I was like, okay. Yeah. That sleep was fantastic, but it got me through one more Saturday of auditions. So, you know, go ahead and make a meme out of me and some more stuff, you know. But we here, man. We here. We ain't running from it. You know what I'm saying? I fell asleep. I'm tired, you know. That's that dad tired. That's that teacher tired. You know what I'm saying? That's that we just before Thanksgiving break tired. It's a legitimate tired, but you know, here we are. So, you know, we gonna stay away from the drink that I made because I can't guarantee you it ain't had nothing to do with you know, leading to the sleepiness, but here we are. So we got a little Coke, not cocaine, Coca-Cola. All right, so we can get some caffeine. All right, I already had my Celsius and I'm sitting in the folding chair. Told y'all I'm prepared this time. But we mixed that Coke with the Ensign salted caramel. Like, this is really a winner, y'all. And it's right in the season. It's gonna transition you out of Thanksgiving and into Christmas. So get into the Inside Red salted caramel. All right. And, you know, tonight is going to be special and y'all about to find out why. So, you know, when we have to take these shots, it's Lazy River. You know what I'm saying? Just one of the finest bourbons that you can get your hands on. All right. And, you know, I don't have it on me right now, but got to shout it out. Shout out to Uncle Nearest. They just, you know, crossed the bill in, you know, in revenue. And so, you know, want to shout out that Black owned fantastic, you know, fantastic product. So, you know, pick up some Uncle Nearest when you get some time. Happy Black Friday. Hope y'all caught all the deals that you wanted. Y'all don't need no more TVs. So hopefully that ain't the route that you went. Yeah, man, we just here to have a good time and let us know in the comments what you're drinking. Hit the like button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm about to finish texting everybody, letting them know I'm actually awake this week. As long as you're not drinking Aquafina, we good to go, baby. Let's have ourselves a good time.
About to have a hell of a good time, and I'm very, very, very happy to hear that, you know, you are okay. And yeah, definitely shout out to everybody that checked on him. Shout out to the people that texted me directly the next day and on Sunday, like, nah, for real, is Kev all right? Shout out to all of y'all. See, man, our people love us, man. You know, we want to make sure that we always on the You know,
appreciate
nigga
it.
bring us some good stuff.
We appreciate it.
Show enough, man. Show enough. And with that being said, I you know, this would be a normal thing. You know, I would have just rolled through like normal, but this is a little bit different. So we gotta bring them to the stage. We got King Rich and the return of the kamikaze. Wild tonight. We got all four of us back in the building. Rich, Q, what's good, fam? What's up with you?
What's good? What's good, man? It's good to be here. Good to be seen.
Absolutely, man.
Kev, it's good to see you. You know, with your eyes open,
bright eyed and bushy tail.
You know, you ready to go. You ready to go. I'm glad you clarified that it's not cocaine because, you know, some people. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. But, hey, man, we here. We live.
Yes, sir.
All the way live.
Worked off the stuffing, worked off the turkey and the cranberry juice just to make it here for y'all. So let's get into it.
Oh, yeah. Hope everybody was thankful and all of that. You got stuffed or you ate good. Let me say you ate good. Okay. Make sure you use the gravy properly, the cranberry sauce properly. You know, it's good. You know, the mac and cheese, the mac and cheese made the mac and cheese
good.
Yeah, stir that. Yeah. And yams. Can't forget about them yams.
Sweet yams.
The yams.
I got leftovers for us. Drop that in the comments too.
I know,
I'll
right?
come and pick them up.
Come on, y'all gotta let us know.
So you know.
Ask that question again, Kev.
I said, how long the leftovers supposed to last?
It depends on if they cooked or if they burned in the kitchen. If you burned in the kitchen, you ain't got no leftovers. You probably might get like a little corner of the mac and cheese. You might get one marshmallow left from the yams.
Some people had some Cajun mac and cheese out there with
some people
extra crispy.
Some people might have cooked and said, "Look, I'm gonna get creative and try something a little different." They might have a little bit more left over.
There's a lot of creativity going on. But you know what? I heard a lot of people was buying Thanksgiving. So I mean, I don't know.
Hey, by any means, man. Long as the food good. I never had the algorithm give me so many macaroni and cheese videos, man. I swear to God, people was ready to go to war over how to cook your mac and cheese. Ain't the point of it to be good? I don't care if you use a roux, if you use an egg, you know what I'm saying? Whether you season it like chicken or not, just make it good.
Make it good. Make it good. Look, it just got to sound good and taste good.
And taste good.
That's all you can ask for.
And don't do
Men are
nothing
very
weird.
simple to please. we're very simple to please.
Very.
No lies are being told.
Make it good. That's all we asking for.
Mm-hmm. Look good, smell good, sound good, taste good. You know.
Thank you.
That's life. You know what I mean?
That's
y'all know y'all gonna get life lessons. Y'all know y'all's gonna get life lessons on behalf of Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm trying to tell you. Find you a mac and cheese that qualifies those qualifications, that meets those qualifications.
Get you an eater.
Find you a mac and cheese.
When the mac and cheese and the yams and the yams touch.
When they come together.
When they come together in the meat right there. You know what I'm saying?
When you can fork it up.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We are 14 minutes in and we have already gone off the rails.
I really don't know where we were going with that. It just
it's Black Friday. We finna get them some specials.
It's gonna be a hell of a night. It's gonna be a hell of a night. Absolutely happy Thanksgiving to all of you, to everybody. I hope y'all all enjoyed yourselves. I hope y'all didn't have any dinners that devolved like we saw at the top of the show, crying and fighting over potato salad. I also hope that none of y'all canceled your family members that are that voted for Trump. I hope y'all didn't do that. That's stupid.
They still need love too.
Hey, I hope y'all didn't do that dumb shit. Fortunately, my family thinks right anyway, so I didn't have to worry about none of that. But for those of you who got left thinking as families, I hope that didn't happen to none of you.
He's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah.
I'm taking my victory lap. I'm gonna keep taking my victory lap.
Or you other guys, people, whoever you people are. But the main thing is that you had a good time. Spend time with your family, all right? Be thankful. Sure. Whatever your beliefs are, your views are, and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? If you need to cancel a family member, then cancel a family member. If you need to cut, do it. Hey, I'll do it. And then what? Okay?
Hit the reset button next.
Stop crying about it. Just do it.
Politics aside, some family members just be weird, man.
You got to cancel the weird family members.
Yeah, so
if you want to cancel family, you got to cancel them for good reason.
But, know who they are, and then let that be what it's going to be.
Yeah. Cancel them for a good reason. The creepy ass uncle, cancel them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Creepy ass auntie, creepy ass aunties that nobody want to talk about.
You sure are growing up, ain't you?
Prayer before Thanksgiving dinner, canceled.
Just saying, cancel the right ones is all we saying. Enjoy friends, family, food, and of course, football. And yesterday we had some good football. At least I saw some good football. Big shout out to I can't believe I'm saying it, 11-1 Detroit Lions. Dave, my man Dave, man. I don't know if you watching tonight or not, but shout out to my man Dave. He's literally been a Lions fan since we were kids.
Yeah, that's right.
And been struggling. I'm talking about kids. I'm talking about like 3, 4, 5, like that young. He been a Lions fan
more than us. He's struggling more than the Redskins.
Struggling more than the Redskins. Struggling more. We're going to talk about them in a second.
Them some lean years.
Yeah, man. They're going. Loyal. I guess that curse, that Lions curse, whatever it was, man, that thing is up because they are on fire. They're 11-1. I think they won 10 in a row. They won a thriller against the Bears yesterday, but really the game was over at halftime. They didn't play as well in the second half. It's like they was ready to get to dinner. If they played in the second half the same way they played in the first half, they was up 16-0 in the first half.
Yeah.
So, I'd argue they probably could have stomped them, but
ain't over till it's over.
And that's my thing, man. I say, when it comes to football, I don't want to play prevent defense. I want to keep, if we got something that's working, keep running the score up. Keep running the score up. Keep doing what's working.
After watching the game,
always go back to what's working.
What was up with the unused timeout?
Man, you see he lost his job, so that's what's up with it. He ain't want to work no more.
Clearly.
Sometimes some people make bonehead decisions. That's one of them. You got to give yourself a shot. Speaking of decisions, I came across something that I think is pretty interesting. I'm not sure exactly how true it is just yet, for real, but let's take a look real quick.
AKA Deion Sanders has put his last year resignation in at Colorado. He just had a meeting this morning with Jerry Jones and is predicted to be the Dallas Cowboys head coach. And guess who they are drafting at the quarterback position? His son. This will be the first father-son coaching player quarterback duel ever in sports history. It's talks that Dak Prescott might be getting traded as well for the number 1 overall pick. And guess who the Dallas Cowboys might take at 1 and 2? Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. As you see, the Dallas Cowboys are benching everybody and they're cutting some players. You know why? They're tanking. They're officially tanking. Jerry Jones is lining up to get Coach Prime and Shedeur Sanders.
Okay, so
Coach, did I hear Coach Prime and his son? Wait, did I hear Hunter too? They try to get all three.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
And see, here's what makes stuff like this dumb. Because if that was really what you wanted to do, that ain't conversation for the outside world. Because if everybody knows that's what you want to do, guess what they gonna do with you? They're gonna jack the price up. You know what I'm saying? So even if Dallas finishes with the number 2 pick, if you want the number 1, you gonna have to pay and pay handsomely. Because again, we're talking about a franchise altering, you know what I'm saying? Like this gonna make or break you for the next 10, 12 years. So, one, in order for this to work, somebody's got to want Dak. And that would mean New York. Like the New York Giants would have to want Dak because God, are they awful? Is there anybody worse than the Giants right now? Like, so
The
They
they
are.
Carolina Panthers. Carolina
oh,
Panthers.
good grief. Which I mean, for what it's worth,
Panthers?
Carolina still has a young quarterback, so that may not be the route that they want to go. I'm saying like giving up their entire franchise because that's essentially what you would have to do. New York would be in a more desperate place if they can fall to that number 1 spot to need a quarterback that can, and listen, I don't like Dak, but Dak is going to get you 5,000 yards. Dak is going to win you 10 regular season games, 11 regular season games, like when he's not hurt. So, but still, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Rumor has it that the Cowboys are lining up potentially um, Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott trade for certain, in order to get that number 1 pick. Which actually, no, you're right. It is the New York Giants. They have the worst record in the NFL at 2-10.
Yes.
The Panthers, who I just mentioned, are 3-8. So one game. Oh, I'm sorry. The Raiders are also 2-10, and the Jaguars are 2-9. So we got a 3-way race to see who's going to end up. The Browns are right behind them at 3-8. We got quite a few pretty subpar teams in the NFL this season. Quite a few. So I don't know that. Let's see. The Cowboys' record is what? They are 5-7. So I don't know that they're getting a number 1 pick again, unless, like you said, the Giants or the Jaguars lose out. They got Gabbard, right?
That I don't even know who's the quarterback of the
The
Giants.
Jaguars quarterback.
Oh, Trevor
Somebody help
Lawrence.
me out in the comments.
Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Who the
Which
hell I
he's
just
a
say? Gabbard? I'm tripping.
Blake. You said Blaine Gabbert. Yeah, no, Trevor Lawrence
Yeah, I'm
is in
tripping.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I'm
He's a
tripping.
listen.
That's how
He's
irrelevant the Jaguars are.
but he's a good quarterback. The Jaguars are just not having a good season.
Yeah.
So I don't see them getting rid of him. They paid him.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. They're not making any moves, even though they did. Ooh. Was it last week they got beat by the Lions? Like, didn't the Lions put up a 50 burger on them?
Insane. But they're probably on a take route. And then of course, Deshaun Massage Watson is on a fully guaranteed deal. So
Yeah. 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 It would. I think looking at the standings, it would probably have to be the Giants. I think you're right about that. It would have to be the Raiders. I suppose the Raiders could.
they need a quarterback.
They
Real bad.
absolutely need a quarterback. A
Yeah.
quarterback, you need a defense.
I think Raiders just need a quarterback. I mean, because if you're just looking at like the score or certain stats. I mean, you could arguably say it's the Giants, it's the Panthers, or it's the Raiders that suck. But the Panthers, man, they've been they've just lost. It's not like they got blown out a bunch of times like the Giants have. You know what I'm saying? The Panthers have just been they haven't been able to finish, but they've been in like they almost beat the Chiefs. So I mean, that's why I can't put them, on the same like that's why I say the Giants suck right now. The Panthers, I might dare to put Panthers above who's that? The
The
Raiders
Giants.
or the Jags? Yeah, the Jags.
Yeah. I definitely put the Panthers above them. I don't. I'm not sure about the Giants, man. The Giants been dog water all season. You know.
I don't even know how they got the
So
wins they got.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 2 wins that they got, I'm not sure how they came about. And honestly, the Raiders, unfortunately, are the same way. I'm over here. I'm searching. I'm trying to find the game who they beat.
Who's that? The Raiders?
The Raiders. Yeah, I'm trying to see what games they even won.
Probably early on.
Yeah. Okay, they beat the Ravens. I do remember that. They beat the Ravens, and they beat the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get the number one pick. So I mean, the question is, can they benefit from, assuming this is legit? Because it's also this is probably fake. By the way, this is probably fake news. Okay, I don't know that there was any meetings between Dion and Jerry Jones. I haven't seen any reports on that. I did look that up. I didn't see anything on that. So this all very well may be hearsay and fairy tale for fans, right? But I guess the real question is, assuming it's not, what team could benefit from a Dak Prescott, Michael Parsons trade? And that to me seems like it would be the Raiders that would benefit the best from that. I think it's a mistake for them to trade Dak in their division, even though the Giants are trash. I just think that's a mistake.
Trash. And clearly people don't have issues letting stuff go in a division.
Oof.
Yeah, that's true.
Oof.
Saquon going to work.
Jeez.
Saquon, say less.
Real talk. In other football news, and y'all saw the headline earlier, this is actually probably my favorite bit of news today so far. So I said it last week. I said if the Redskins change their name back, that I might even buy a jersey. And it looks like that may be what's happening. Let's take a look.
This logo might be coming back to the NFL, and here's why. So as we all know, back in 2020, the Redskins changed their name to the Commanders. Of course, due to pressure of people saying that it was offensive. But over the past 4 years, there's been many attempts and even petitions with millions of signatures trying to get the team to change the name back. Until finally, new owner Josh Harris said that's not going to happen. But then last week came along this guy. This guy right here is Steve Daines, and he's a senator in Montana. And he says that changing the name and the logo in 2020 was an example of woke gone wrong. But last week, the U.S. Senate of Energy and Natural Resources voted on the bill HR 4984. And essentially what this bill is trying to do is allow residential and commercial real estate where the old RFK Stadium used to be, which would then allow the Commanders to build a new stadium. However, this bill was only approved after the committee had conversations with the NFL and the Commanders. And basically the conversation seemed to be, okay, we'll give you the land, you can build your stadium, but you have to reinstate the old logo. And the plan is to get the logo reinstated and then have some of those proceeds go to Native Americans in sports and other things in the Native American community. It's also pretty important to note that only the logo would be reinstated and not the nickname. Now mind you, the old Redskins logo was created by this guy right here, Walter Blackie Wetzel, who was the leader of the Blackfeet Nation. This is him standing with JFK. And the logo is based off of Blackfeet Chief John Two Guns Whitecalf. The argument here is that a lot of people think this logo has deep cultural significance, and Wetzel's family even views the logo as a source of pride. Now this conversation comes up like once or twice a year, but this time it seems real. So let me know what you think about it, and should it be reinstated, or should we just keep moving on with the Commanders?
All right, so there we have it. Skins might be getting their name back. Very interestingly enough, what are y'all thoughts?
Well, I don't think they'll get the name back, the logo, yeah, but the name, that's because people went crazy once the name changed, and they bought up all types of trademarks and they went buck wild with it. So getting the name back is probably going to cost a hefty penny, which is at this point we know who we are. Okay, so I don't think that name is going to be coming back until whatever the expiration date on that trademark or that it's not coming. I don't think it's coming back that quickly. The logo, yes. because that's part of the deal. So, and good riddance. It never should have changed. So yeah, I'm happy. I mean, come on.
But I don't think the Redskins actually lost their trademark. They just stopped using the name. The trademark around all of that still belongs to Washington. They just weren't using it. So I don't know if they're gonna have to fight that fight. But we shall see.
I guess we shall see. I don't know.
And for me, it almost feels like they're reinventing the wheel. Like we've talked about this before about the logo and the team and how the actual Redskins was a sign of pride and they were giving back to the Native American community. So I'm happy to see the logo possibly come back. I would love it to come back. I miss it. I still got my stuff hanging up in the closet, ready to go.
As you should. There you go, boy.
So bring it back. Bring it back.
I think the important part will be like what they were talking about, the donations to like Native American causes and stuff like that. That's when stuff like that happens, it always makes me nervous because of course we built 2-3 casinos here, and money from that was supposed to be going into public schools, and we ain't seen a dollar. So you say one thing, but the follow through for that would be something for me to keep my eye on.
But there was already donations. There was already stuff going to Native Americans in the first place. So I mean, you make me. So if I'm changing the name now, then I'm no longer, supporting that. So are you talking about getting it back? Okay, that's one thing. But I believe 100% believe and remember hearing of donations already going to Native American programs, or you know, it was already happening.
Yep. If we're honest, as is the case with most things dealing with liberals, it was already, whatever it is they're bitching about was something that was already happening in the first place. And honestly, and to that point, the whole Redskin name change, that was something that was, brought about, to be honest with you, it was politicized 100%. And a lot of dodo birds, a lot of people bought into it, unfortunately, right? Everybody, and again, they asked everybody except the people that, really have the biggest say so, the fans, the fans of the team. They ask everybody about it except the people who are actually affected. Just like with the changing of, the Aunt Jemima logo, they asked everybody except the people, except the people who that might actually affect. We said we wanted police reform, and they gave us, no more Aunt Jemima, no more Uncle Ben's, no more Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Right? And was, in my opinion, and I've been saying this since the beginning of the name, I think it's jacked up that they, in the name of inclusion and equity and all that kind of stuff. I think it's ironic that they took this black face off this helmet, this dark face off this helmet, this Native American face off this helmet, this mascot, took that away and replaced it with a white pig and paid homage to the colonizers by calling them commanders. I'm just saying, I always thought that was horseshit, and I was surprised that not more people stood up and said, no, this is wrong. I mean, again, shout out to him getting the logo back, but I'm just surprised that more fans didn't step up and say, yeah, no, that's stupid. What are we talking about?
So let's just to clarify, they didn't change the name to Commanders in 2020. That's when they stopped using the name.
They were the Washington football team that year.
Yeah, unfortunately. Also, that just goes to show you what happens when you don't, own your own stadium or your own property, right? Because it was pressure from the sponsors. They were going to pull, their sponsorship. It was all a money, right?
Yep. No, you're right. Follow the money.
Right?
You're right.
It's about the money. So Snyder was like, "Oh shoot, we about to, lose this money. We about to, FedEx. That wasn't their stadium, right? So it wasn't Washington's stadium, the football team stadium. So yeah, I mean, he had to make a business decision. They were threatening to, cut ties with him unless they change the name. That's crazy. But that's what happened. So it wasn't until 2022 when we got the commander's name. So
from a helicopter outside the stadium before the unveiling. What's next?
When woke goes wrong. When woke goes wrong, man.
Because I don't want to talk about
God,
Tutty. Ugh. I still don't like Tutty.
TD.
Titty. Yeah. It was jacked up. Shout out to the Redskins. I think this is the first step. Them getting their logo back. I think is the first step of a full blown name change. And again, mark my words. I said it. I know I texted it to y'all, but mark my words. When they go back to the Redskins name, they will win a Super Bowl within 5 years. Okay, it's just what it is. I think destiny will be on their side if they change their name back. If not, if they continue to give into the wokies, they will go the route of Bug Light and soon to be Jaguar. And that's all I got to say about that. Let's move on. That was a stupid ass ad, Jaguar. Sell cars. Anyway, let's move on. We got a viewer submission. This is going to be very, very interesting, as the viewer said when they sent it to me. So let's talk about it. Y'all gonna need your shot glasses for this one, I promise.
I think I'm over dating for love. I've dated for love all my life, and I'm ready for somebody that's stable. I'm no longer in the process of trying to build from the ground up. I'm building myself from the ground up.
That's fine.
You come built
That's
ground
fine.
up on your own, and then we can merge together. But long gone for me are the days of dating a nigga's potential, dating a nigga because I love him, dating a nigga because my son needs a father. I realized, God damn it, I'm the nigga. I'm it. So what I need now is stability. I want somebody to match my 6 figures. And then we could have double that. I want somebody to help me grow. All About Love by Bell Hooks. The definition that they gave in that book was love meaning the willingness to nurture another's own growth. I'm tired of nurturing niggas' growth. I'm ready to be nurtured. So yes, stability to me is more important than love. We can grow into love. I can meet you today, because that whole love at first sight shit is not true either. So I can meet you today, and we get to know each other. I know that you're stable, you know that I'm stable. We're both building, and then we fall in love. But just thinking that me and you are gonna, we in love, and I met you, and love is gonna conquer all, that shit is not true.
You just said we're gonna grow into love. But but you just said,
Fellas down bottom, jump in.
I was gonna say, talk to us then, Rich.
No, I mean, it sounded like it was all over the place, man. It just sounded like it was all over the place because she doesn't want to date for love, or because she did say date for love, right? She said date for love. She didn't say marry for love. She said date for love. She said she no longer wants to date for love. She's gonna date for stability, and love can't conquer all. She said, but then so stability can't. Okay, so but then she said, she wants to have somebody stable, and then grow with that, or she's looking for the man to be stable to help her grow, but not help the man grow.
Well, no, remember, she said she is the nigga too. That's what she said. She said she the nigga.
Right. She did say that. She did say that. She said she's the ninja too. She's him. But she's in fact the ninja, but the ninja helps you grow, but you are the ninja but don't want to help the man grow. But you do know that when you get into a relationship, you're supposed to be helping each other, in fact, grow. So I guess I'm still trying to find the logic here where I mean, maybe she's just giving it up to the wrong ninjas. I mean, maybe you got to do a little bit more discernment. Maybe you got to do a little, hey.
What it boils down to me, what I'm thinking is who hurt her? Because pretty much everything that she listed that she wants in a relationship is what you should want in a marriage, but she doesn't want it. She wants to grow into love. How do you grow into love?
She wants an arrangement.
Let's go to arranged marriages. Why not? Go ahead. Take a shot in the dark. Go ahead, close your eyes, point your finger out, and just point to a random dude. Just say, I'm going to grow into love with him.
So you can pick any 6-figure, anybody that's matching your income. You're going to, okay, so hey, how much money you make? Okay, all right, so I'm going to date you, and we're going to grow and try to make this work.
That's point number 2 that got under my skin.
And if it doesn't work, then it's your fault because
it's her fault. Point number 2. She says she's looking for a guy to come to the table with his own 6-figure income to match her 6-figure income so they can then grow together. So she's tired of, I guess, being a cheerleader or helping to motivate somebody, lift up a man.
Well, I mean, sounds like she's the one grinding out. She's the one, so she's fulfilling this role over here with this set of things that she wants to do, right? Sounds like she wants to be that leader in this lead kind of. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading things the wrong way.
It's giving.
I don't know.
It's giving headache. Giving trauma bonds. Maybe it's like, who hurt you, lady? She wants a man who has 6 figures to match her 6 figures, and she said then they can merge. How about help build your man up? The perfect man for you might not have 6 figures.
You can want what you want, but if you meet a 6-figure or even a 7-figure, because 6 figures these days, listen, you meet a 7-figure. Who's to say that he wants the same things you want? Again, that's going to be a smaller percentage of males that you are looking for that are going to want the same things that you want to be the, to, all right. Y'all jump in because this.
It's an unrealistic headache. That's what it is.
So you said you wonder who hurt her.
Yes.
We know who hurt her. It's the people that she's dated in the past. So for what it's worth, she ain't say nothing wrong to me. I'm actually not mad at a thing that she said. Richard's right. She is all over the place. But I think, if you take out the all over the place and just like pay attention to the heart of her message, I think she's spot on. So maybe I'm, on the other side of the fence here. If you are a woman who has dated trash to this point, you tired of that, or like to the point where she was saying she wants a 100-figure or 6-figure, whatever, so that they can grow together. If she'd have put her period after I want a 6-figure man, then I'd be like, all right, you're a little lost there. But like what I got from that is essentially she doesn't want somebody that she has to build from nothing. Not that she can't work with potential, because like she said, let's grow together. So, like I don't at this point, I don't think any of us want somebody who's got nothing. Like I'm not a fan of potential anymore. And that's just a lesson learned over dating people. Like people can have all the potential in the world, but the realization of their potential comes with the actions that they put into place. So yes, I can see that you are capable of X, Y, and Z, but if you don't ever get out the bed before noon, if you don't ever go to the gym and work out, if you don't ever change your diet habits, if you don't ever change the company that you keep, then it's just potential. So like I think a lot of what she was saying was around that. Not that she can't, let a man lead, not that she can't whatever, but because she's literally had to be in position to be that all the time. And like I said, it's the choices that she's made, because she listed them off. Like, I don't want to date somebody because my kid needs a father. a good father figure is not necessarily a good parent. I don't want to date somebody because of their looks. You know what I'm saying? The most attractive people can have the ugliest spirits and personalities. You know what I'm saying? So like she's at a tired point and I can respect that. I don't think she's as lost as them women who are like, well, I need you to pay every bill and whatever. That's not the kind of energy that I got from her. Very all over the place, but I still felt the heart of her message.
So to not take away from what I think she's trying to say, right? And to Kev's point, I think what she's trying to say is that she does not want, like you said, a man that she would have to build up from scratch, just coming to the table, with nothing, right? But she also said that she wasn't dating for love anymore, and what she described as love was his money. What she described as love was his ability to take care of her son that she had by another man, right? Um, and she also mentioned that he, I guess, needed to be, I'm assuming, stable with as far as emotionally stable is concerned. I can agree with that, but I also wanted to point out that all of that is the reason why she's not married today. All of those reasons that she just said is the reason why she's not married. Her reasoning for not, dating is exactly why she's not married today. Because the reality is that ain't no dude trying to deal with that. Look, we have peaks and valleys, we have seasons and stuff like that, right? Um, and when we have our seasons, we want our woman to be able to be there to support, to help, and so on and so forth. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should mess around with a bum. I'm not saying you should fall in love with potential or anything like that. But just the overall idea of basically for her to be able to meet the man at the finish line. She wants a man that's already together, that's already got it all together, that's already got the six figures, that's already got the career, that's already been through this, that, that. And look, that's great. But there's a reason why none of them selected you yet, and part of the reason is because that no matter what, especially if he's already got it together, what are you bringing to the table that he wants? If you make six figures and he makes more than you, then obviously money isn't something that he's worried about. So what are you bringing to the table in real life? And I know y'all hate this question, but what are you bringing to the table other than your child by another man and your income?
And like she said,
and meanwhile, you over here making demands. Meanwhile, you want somebody that's already put together. You damaged goods for real.
And meanwhile, while she says she's playing the man, what's the point?
And then that's the thank you. And that's the other thing that she said that is the reason why she's single is because she hasn't found said man yet. Is because she thinks she the man. And as I said many times on this show, most men aren't gay. You know what I'm saying? Most men aren't attracted to other men. Yes, there are some men that are, but most men are not attracted to other men. Most men are not trying to be in relationship with another man. So if that's how you act, if that's your attitude, if you're competitive, you're not cooperative, you're combative all the time. I've said it a bunch of times. It's not me that said it. The Bible says it's better for you to be in a desert than with a woman like that. So all of that she said, all that crap sounded cute. All that sound real cute. I want him to be together. I want him to already be stable. I'm not dating for love no more. I'm only dating for somebody that's gonna bring something to me. And all that bullshit sound cute. All that sound cute. That's great for the internet. But the reality is that all that mindset is why you ain't got nobody right now.
Here's the other thing. Because I'm not. She can want what she wants. She can want what she wants. All she wants, she can want it. Right?
Absolutely.
The other thing is age. She has obviously been through, right, some things over time. Right? So yes.
I bet a lot of it came from her though.
At whatever age, I would even say, like, listen, you're gonna need to focus on yourself and your son right now. If you want him to be raised with some male figures in your child's life, you need to get in a community. Listen, find you a community with some male figures that can help, raise your child. That can help be there. Get in that kind of community, whether it be a community, whether it be a church home, whether it be, get you in that kind of community. But you're gonna need to take some time and focus on you and your son. Now you can want what you want. Now, if you want somebody that's going, come in already 6-figure and stable and all of that, you also gonna need to recognize that that man is also going to have some standards. He's also going to have
exactly
some things that, it's not going to be 100% what you want. So then what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to compromise on? What are you willing to, be submissive about? What role are you willing to take?
Well, her
It sounds like none. And the truth is,
because then you're gonna attract. You're gonna attract.
Right, yeah, you
type
beat
of,
me to it. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna attract
attracting the
that
wrong
type
thing.
of man.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny when certain people. Okay, we're on women, so right now it's so funny when women. I don't understand how I keep attracting all these this, that, and the third. Well, have you taken a look at what you are attract? What message? What are you putting out there? Like, you do realize that there is something to that attraction piece. There's something that you are doing, the way that you are looking to present yourself, you're attracting a certain caliber. I heard, oh my gosh, it was some lady, and I mean, she probably calls herself a 10, right? But she's done up, makeup, cake face, all of that, but she looks good, right? So, and she said that she attracts the kind of men that pay for everything of hers, that just throw money at her, this, that, and the third, like, and it's so hard for her to find a man that matches her income and matches her energy, for lack of, because I can't remember exactly everything she was saying, but she was listing off a bunch of things. And she saw herself as a that high value woman. And it's so hard for her to find a man that meets her at her level or above. I'm just like, you do know that you're going to attract you at this high level with everything that you are putting out. You're going to attract a wide range of guys, period. You're going to attract a wide range of guys, period. So like, you got to know what's coming.
That and when they talk about finding a guy that matches their income, again, there's a reason why they're all single, because, and we say this all the time, unlike you ladies, your income is not attractive to us. You know what I'm saying? And actually, and by her own admission, by this young lady's own admission, she wants somebody who already has 6 figures to match her 6 figures. So again, we're talking about a guy who would make more than your standard $100,000 a year. So your $100,000 a year is not impressive to him. He ain't worried about that.
She's worried about merging y'all incomes together. She said, match her 6 figures with his, and then we'll merge them together.
But again, you would have to have the mentality of love to create stability. Like, I love this person so much, I'm not gonna leave him, I'm gonna stick with him, I'm gonna fight for him, and all of that.
No,
right? In order for both incomes to make sense and add those up together.
That's what it sounded like to me. As soon as he loses the 6 figures, she's gone.
No, but that's why I say,
exactly.
like, we've seen a ton of crazy videos, and this one just doesn't present itself to me in the same way that we've seen a lot of these women talk. I'm like, I'm not getting the same vibe from her. And for what it's worth, we know women who do everything that they're supposed to do, and the man still makes dumbass man choices. You know what I'm saying? Like they, presented themselves in the right way. They supported, like, and the low points and the high points, they, prayed for, they encouraged, they, like they did all the things they were supposed to do, and the man still made dumbass man choices. So I can understand a woman who sits in that position who says, you know what, that ain't what I'm trying to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? And to y'all point about age, that is probably an older woman's mindset than it would be a 20 somethings or even an early 30s mindset. Like you got a little more time to be okay with whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because and all we have is what's in front of us. We don't know that the child that she had wasn't an ex-husband's, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like that part of the conversation didn't happen. She has a child. It
That's
could have
fair.
happened in a marriage that didn't succeed. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know it's a lot of what ifs, but I'm just saying, like, just the kind of way that she presented this doesn't strike me like a lot of the videos we've seen that come across Al Gore's internet that say, "Oh, I need a man to blah 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 blah." It seems like she wants something that's a little more cohesive. And I can say, like, because of course I'm still on the dating side. Y'all married, but on the dating side, it is hard to date somebody who doesn't at least understand and appreciate the kind of life that you lead, you know what I'm saying, and live. So even if that's not a financial thing, like if you don't, me being a music teacher, my job is not 7 to 3. My job sometimes is 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. because we got performances, we got weekend engagements. If you're not a person who understands that, like, I have to be flexible as a like traveling performing music teacher, we'll never like align. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like certain like values and certain understandings that have to come along with this, like your lifestyle. And that's why I said I feel like that's more of what she's saying. She was all over the place, but like to me, that was the heart of her message more than, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that's a little more social media grabbing.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I also think she was all over the place because she doesn't actually know what she needs. She thinks she has an idea of variation. She thinks of what she may want or whatever, but I mean, again, it's all based on superficial things. Even the things that she said that she dated for before, and now with her adjustment from not dating because her son needs a dad, not dating because she is in love with this person and believes in their potential, and now she's only going to date for the money part, and so he can take care of her. And all I'm saying is, she just that mentality. Oh, and not to forget the I'm the man part. I think that mentality is the reason why she's still on the search. I really do. Now, to your point, yes, there are some dumb, and we know some personally, dumbass men that make dumbass decisions with their incredible women, with some incredible women in their lives.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? I mean, dumbass decisions.
Yep.
But it's also a dumbass decision for me. I wouldn't have made those decisions.
Yeah.
A man like me would not have done that. A man like you wouldn't have done that. A man like you wouldn't have done that. But those men do that, right? So again, yes, I can completely understand you wanting to avoid that, but I think ultimately a lot of times what I see is women kind of changing the core of who they are, or the core of what a wife is, a core of what a man would see a wife as. For honestly, I'd probably argue self-serving reasons. Again, her number one thing was somebody with 6 figures to match my 6 figures. So that tells me that you're materialistic. That tells me that you might not understand my 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. schedule. Right? You might not understand I got to work on some weekend. You might not understand that we can't go on vacation 3-4 times a year, because I got things to do.
It still
right?
sounds
So she
like
wants somebody that's already put together.
No, but it still sounds like though, and this is just from right hearing what she was saying. And this is my perspective from what I was hearing what she was saying. It sounds like
Sure.
even if you're a good dad, even if you are there, you're present, right? You're or a good father figure, right? Even though you're present, because you don't make this income to match, now you ain't nothing. Now she needs to move on. I mean, I think that we have an issue in our American culture now to move on at the slightest hint of trouble. We don't stick things through. We don't work
Mhm.
things out. We say, "Oh, I need to move on. There's better out there."
Yep. And again, that no dude is
Or
gonna want to sign up for that. No dude. Men to nowadays, we know that 70% of divorces are started by women, and the number one reason that they cite is they're not happy, whatever that means,
right.
right?
Or what I was getting ready to say was, or I don't have to the thought process. I don't have to deal with this. I can go be happy. Like it's supposed
Whatever
to
that
be
means.
like it's supposed to be happy 100% of the time. Listen, I know Trey calls me the inspirational king. Listen, I ain't always inspirational, okay? My true heart and nature is a riot starter. So what y'all I got to work on this, okay? This is I've been working on myself. Okay? It's not always roses and brown sugar. Okay, it's gonna be some tough times. It's gonna be some charcoal, some you know smoke burning smells and stuff. It's gonna be some tough times. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yep. And that's just it. Like she doesn't strike me as the type of woman that can make it through the tough times anymore.
I don't know.
To
You could be
Kev's
wrong.
point, because I don't want to take
You could be
away
wrong.
from his point.
Right.
Maybe he went through. Maybe she went through so much that she's just like, nope. I absolutely have to have somebody where it's as easy as possible. But I just will submit to everybody that love, marriage, relationships, that life is not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's just not. It takes work, and that's why you have to have somebody who's willing to cooperate. Hello, that's willing to cooperate with you. Y'all ain't ready for me. I'm preaching better than y'all saying amen in the comments right now. Somebody that's willing to cooperate with you. And she doesn't seem like somebody that's willing to cooperate, because that means you got to work with each other, do good times, bad times, hard times, like you just said. I don't know. She don't seem to me like she'd be willing to do that, and I can see that turning a lot of men off. But who knows? None of us do, right?
Depends on what
Anyway,
she,
y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments.
depends on what
Keep
she
them
wants.
coming. Keep
And
them coming. Keep them coming. We had a couple. Yeah. Now this, yeah. Really, yeah. Dumb man choices. Yeah, real talk.
Man, Jesus.
These things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man. Look, none of us are perfect. Not even the four of us. Okay.
The
Yeah.
our people watching, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Except for you guys
People in the
watching.
comments,
Or
I
you
want people in the comments are perfect.
Those of you who are watching and are subscribed, of course, that is. All of you watching and are subscribed and or commenting, all of you are perfect. You're absolutely phenomenal. You're going to heaven with VIP seating.
You are God's favorite.
That straight like that. Y'all gonna be on like the adjacent left hand of the Father. You know what I'm saying?
At the front left leg of the throne.
Oh man. But yeah, hey, I wanted. Yeah, this was it. I wanted to get into. Yeah, you are who you attract. Rich, you said that you attract what you are, not necessarily what you want. So if you've been attracting cats that's not healed, it's probably Work on you. Like
But
the inspirational one says, "Hola Salima." Hola
here's a
Salima.
question, and this is off the it's because it's happening. Could you, by all means, be attracting a little bit of everything just because you're dope?
Yes, oh, absolutely.
That is possible.
That's going to happen though. But it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why you need to learn discernment. That's why you're gonna need to learn. You need to know, like, learn it. Like, don't just give in. Like, you gotta learn the sheep from the wolves from the lions.
You see how I threw that alley-oop right?
You know what I'm saying? You got to learn that. You got to know it. Like, don't just fall for the first thing. No, listen. First things first. Know you're attractive. Know that. Like, believe that. Right? I'm not saying over. Like I'm not saying over. Listen.
Don't be overconfident.
I'm just saying, once you know it, like, just start to recognize, like, and then learn how to, for lack of a better term, like, pass on the ones that, you recognize. Like, hey, you got to learn how to let somebody down. Like, I'm not saying get out here and be rude and whatnot. I'm just saying you got to learn how to navigate. You got to learn how to navigate, discernment, navigate.
I'm here to throw alley-oops.
And the truth is that happens over time. That happens over time. Like, there's no way you have, like, there's no way I'd have the same discernment at 41 today as I did at 21. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have the same discernment then as I do now. So, like, some of it's trial and error also. So, to give yourself time. But yes, absolutely. Understand, back to your point, Kev, if you attract everybody, then you attract everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're attractive, then that means you attract. And that means you attract everybody.
Yeah, and literally everybody. Okay?
Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Yeah, you attract everybody. Or, different. You're certainly going to attract different bodies. And some people be turned on, turned off, some will, some won't, so what, right? But, like, yes, if you're dope, you're going to attract a lot of people. And some of them aren't the best people. So I mean, it ain't your fault that you attracted everybody. It's your fault that you stayed with that dum-dum, though.
And I guess this brings us to the next point I was thinking. It's okay for you to put out there what you want in a relationship, what you want in a man, what you want in your woman. Sure. But you do have to also be able to accept the fact that you're going to come across a lot of drawbacks in that search. Prime example, she says she wants a man with a six-figure income. He might have a six-figure income. He might be scarred and hurt and beat up on you every day. Meanwhile, you got the guy that loves his job, that has passion and drive, but he's making $75,000 a year or $50,000 a year as a school bus driver, or less than that, might be a teacher, but he's passionate and he checks off all your boxes. So you do have to realize
you're not poor like that. I just want
no.
You said less than that, it might be a school teacher.
It's not like that. You might have a salary of a school teacher. You might be making like 90 plus a year. I didn't mean to throw that like that. I got you. I didn't mean to throw that like that. Appreciate the teachers.
Thank you. I want to be clear.
I'm saying.
Let it be known.
Yeah, let me be clear.
Don't start with your checklist so high. Don't start with your checklist so high, because you're going to be missing out on a lot of good men or women that might not check off on all of those boxes that you put out there. But you do have to come across a couple of those drawbacks before you find your piece of your diamond. You're going to come across some lumps of coal, some pieces of shit that look like coal, before you find that diamond in the rough. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, Kev checks all the boxes, and he fills boxes too. Okay.
Here. Here. All hail 6ix9ine. All hail 6ix9ine. Shine like a 9. Shine like a 9. Okay. All right.
Let's get to that comment.
That's a good point.
Let's get to this comment. Diamond.
There's two of them, right? There's two of them back to back. All right.
Oh, look at Lady you need?
Discernment is a muscle that must be used and developed and strengthened.
Get in the gym.
Listen,
yeah.
There's another muscle. Okay.
We're not talking about.
Here we go. Here we go.
Discernment is a muscle.
But
my bad. All right, here we go.
So we
actually that goes to your point though about like the trial and error. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't necessarily gonna have it all figured out in the beginning when you're young. You know what I'm saying? And that just be like that. Speaking of a diamond, what happened to diamond? It's not fair for her to want what she's not willing to give. Boom.
You a real for that one.
Boom.
You
hear
That's
that?
why you want to have VIP seating.
You are a real one for that one, my love.
But that is precisely my point. Like she's not willing to do wifely things, so why would she then expect at some point to be a wife? I mean, maybe not. Maybe she plans on being a cohabiter. You know what I'm saying? Did I say that right? Cohabitator? Cohabiter?
Cohabiter. Listen, a roommate.
A roommate. There we go. Thank you.
Being a roommate.
A common law.
Common law chick.
Common law shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, if that's what you want, hey, that's cool. I got a friend of mine I know for a long time that said it was going to be a long-term side piece, and they are okay with that. All right, cool. Anybody mad but the devil?
Listen, know your role.
Know your
Thrive
role.
in it. That's sports.
Thrive in it, dog. All right, let's move on to this next one. We got to talk about the kids real quick. We got to talk about our young boys. As y'all saw on the thumbnail, what kinds of things are we teaching? This is probably going to lead into that segment that we try not to mention. It probably will, but we will see what happens on the other end of that. Let's take a look at tonight's discussion. Here.
This is why black men don't ask or help. A black boy is taught 3 things about manhood from almost everyone, and everything he comes in contact with. And those 3 things are: Number 1. Being a man means being strong. Number 2. Being a man means not having weakness, and not showing any weak emotions. Sadness. Number 3. Being a man means taking care of everyone else regardless of how you feel. As a society, we teach black boys to abandon themselves and abandon being human for society's definition of a manhood. And that same black boy grows into a black man who wholeheartedly believes that his strength derives from his lack of weakness, or lack of needing help from others. He believes his strength derives from his ability to take it on the chin and keep pushing. He believes his strength derives from his ability to endure, and that an inability to endure makes him weak. So, when life starts hitting him, and he starts experiencing periods of struggle, periods of pain, and periods of depression, like we all do, 2 things happen. Number 1. He associates his struggle, pain, and depression with weakness. Weakness on his part. Weakness that must be eradicated. Number 2. And not only does he associate his struggle with weakness, but he also feels like less of a man for being weak. Essentially, he feels like less of a man for struggling. Can you imagine feeling like less of who you are for struggling? It's wild. He's going back to everything that he was taught by society about manhood, and beating himself up for not having it together. The furthest thing from his mind is reaching out to those around him for help. Why? Because, remember, he was taught that being a man means taking care of everyone else regardless of how you feel. Reaching out for help from those he feels like he's supposed to be taking care of is in direct opposition of everything he has been taught growing up. So, what does he do? Some men try to grind the pain away. They try to push it out of their mind, and focus on work, school, women, or anything else they can engulf themselves in. Some men can't bear the pain, which is why, in the Western world, men die by suicide 3 to 4 times more often than women. The unfortunate reality is that we live in a society where people make it seem like a crime for a man to not be okay. We have to start letting men know it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to say, I need help. We have to let men know that being a man is just a small part of being a human. Instead of teaching that black boy how to be a man, teach him how to be a human.
We're sick people. We're working for the future, because working for the present, we ain't making no progress.
Well. Very interesting video, and honestly, we could probably be here for a while, but let's get some reactions real quick. Yeah. I know. I told you it was coming. We knew it. First comment: Strong is overrated.
Jonathan McReynolds wrote a song about it.
Talk about it.
I mean, it's, damn, it's wasn't not near lie told in in this video, and for what it's worth, I don't like this. Probably be one of the most pessimistic things that you'll hear out of my mouth. I don't know that this is ever going to change. It's just because, like, literally, no matter what happens, a man is called on to be a man. And it's, from what's the saying? The only things that are loved unconditionally are what? Women, children, and puppies. Like that's it. So, like whether it's said outright or not, like, we are looked at to be those two P's, protectors and providers. Okay, maybe there's a third, but that's a conversation for, adult time. But like that, it's, well, I was gonna say penis, but same principle. But I mean, like we are relied on for so much, like, and I'll take it out of the scope of, like, relationship. So crazy, I'm literally teaching a class last week, and a female teacher, comes and knocks on my door and interrupts me teaching because she's having trouble with a student in her class during class. So, like, lady, you stopped teaching your class, came and interrupted me teaching my class to come to your class and do discipline with a student in your class while we both teaching. Like, not, hey, can you come, saying, can you talk to them when you get a chance? Like, can you stop what you're doing and come and deal with a problem that I'm having, even though you're doing, like, your job? Like, that's what it feels like all the time. And you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, and I love my kid. It just, I'm saying, and he doesn't understand it. So I don't hold that against him. But, like, even those moments are hard when I'm like, I'm tired as hell right now. And he's like, I want to play games. I'm like, I'm tired as hell right now. He's like, can you fix me something to eat? Like, it's, there is not a moment to just stop. Like, you'll be appreciated, but, like, you're never able to just rest in your, like, I need a moment. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? That's why I am grateful for my therapist, and I'm grateful for my faith. We'll keep it right there for now. Don't worry, it's coming. I got 4 cards ready. So at some point I'm finna say it. But, like, I'm gonna rest in those places, because that is a time, you know what I'm saying? Therapy is 55 minutes once a week. But in that time, I literally get to set it all down. And so, like, if I didn't have therapy, I do not know, you know what I'm saying, like, where I could get it from. Like, even when I'm with the bros, I'm still checking in. Like, is my little guy okay? You know what I'm saying? Even with his mother, like, are you okay? How's he doing with you? Like, it's still like there's still a part of you that's connected to everything that's happening. So therapy is literally my only time to put it down. I play for a church and sing for a church. 52 weeks out the year now. I can't even put it down in church because somebody's still looking to me to usher in spirit for somebody else, to play a song that's going to make somebody else feel good, be happy. The pastor wants an extra selection. They need to do something for it. Walking into service, hey, the kids want to sing today. Can you pick this song up? Like, work is everywhere, and they're like, everybody's relying on you. So when is the moment? When is the time? And then when you do say no, when you do put your foot down, everybody looks at you like you got three heads. I said no about something for the first time in 5 years, and you could not have convinced me that I didn't like release the nuclear codes to every country around the world just because. Oh my God, why would you ever say no?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is probably the most pessimistic you'll hear me, but I don't know when that will ever happen because it's just the expectation. My bad.
No.
Oh, you're
You're
good.
good. I think you gave us
Well,
a
you're
good
good here.
point, Rich.
You're good here.
Safe
Yeah, I
space.
was
Because
saying, yeah, you
I feel
good.
like in other settings, most I'm gonna say most men don't get an opportunity to vent like you're venting, because then it's, oh well, what I gotta do is, and then now the screen is off of you and what you needed to get off your chest. And so this is why you've probably seen this message, this statement, on social media and whatnot, where men suffer in silence for several different reasons. Because once they do say something, they don't feel like, once we do say something, we don't feel like we're heard or just given the opportunity to just be just be heard and understood. Like that is, and it ends right there. Just take that in. Take that in. Take everything Kev just said in. Like, don't think about, and listen, I'm a problem solver. So I'll be the first one to be like, all right, let me figure out how to solve that problem. But it's like, no, just take it all in. Listen to what that man is saying. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling in that moment? How are you feeling right now that you've been able to get that off of your chest? You know? Like that would be golden if it was like, boom, you're able to, boom, you got it off your chest. So you got the silence that you needed. How do you feel? Great. Okay. And now you're right. And then it's like, are you hungry? What? Yes, I am. Okay. Do you need some? Sorry. But no, seriously. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that most men get that opportunity to even vent, to even, it's like, all right, chuck it up. Because it's like, for at least my generation, that's how we were raised, or that's what we saw, right? Other men were just like, hey, we just gotta do what we gotta do. It wasn't no time for venting or, being emotional. No time for that. I think it's necessary though. I think therapy is necessary, even though I haven't made time to do it yet. I still got some healing to do, right? I definitely think it's necessary. Um, I think being able to be vulnerable is necessary. Being able to vent necessary. Being able to, because a lot of times what we hear a woman say is, "Well, I need a man. I need him to be. I need him to be a man." Like, so, what does that look like to you? Are you expecting? You know, I, being strong all the time, being, a warrior all the time. Like, what do you think that looks like? So I think I think it needs to be dissected more. And I think we've been in a place where we're just fighting all the time, and we don't necessarily have had the time to, like, just be that vulnerable person, be that, all right, I can let my guard down, I can just be.
And you know what? Even looking back at this video, I gotta say I saw a very younger version of me, especially growing up in an environment where I was around a lot of men who weren't very emotional or vulnerable. You start to get misconstrued on what you think a man should be. Like, you can't let anybody see you cry. You can't let anybody see you get upset. You always got to be mellow and focused all the time. That's why now, as I'm older, I started to lean a little bit more on, having those male circles that I can vent to, or having other guys that I can talk to that have been in the same boat and be like, hey, am I crazy for feeling like this? Or do you feel like I'm handling this the right way? What route should I do if you were in my shoes? So I tell people, even from a single standpoint, it's good to have your safe space if you're not in a relationship that you feel like you're trusting enough to, you know, let yourself be emotionally vulnerable with somebody. Get yourself involved with a group of men that might have already been through something that you've been through, and they helped me along the way too. I mean, we're all not perfect. We all still need therapy at some point from anything that we've been through, and I can admit that. But I think that's one key thing that I've learned growing up, that you don't always have to be strong. You don't always have to be tough. It's your actions that speak, not necessarily your strength.
Go ahead, Kev. Don't do it yet though. Don't do it yet though.
Wait.
Don't. Is he?
Hold it. Hold
it.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Not yet. Not yet.
That's what she said.
I can't relate. Okay, all right.
Gotcha.
All right. Anyway, what the fuck was I about to say? You messed up my train of thought. That's some good shit to
You're
say
welcome.
too. That's some
You're
good.
welcome.
That's some good shit to say. Some good,
You're
profound shit to say.
See,
Oh,
that's why you
all
should
right.
say it before you forget again.
We're gonna transition there anyway. So you guys both mentioned the therapy part, so I'll mention the God part. Okay, here we go. This is part of the reason why the word says to cast your cares on Him. Number one, and number two, in my opinion, there are few better men's groups than a church men's group, right? The reason is because if you're with the right one, you should be generally getting advice that's along biblical principle. And in my opinion, that's the best way to go. Now, if you got another way to go, that's your way. That's between you and your God, whoever your God is. But for me and my house, we serve the Lord. All right. So, disclaimer ended. In my opinion, that's the best way to go. Substitute for whatever it is that you believe, right? You pray to rocks and the ancestors. Find people that do that, right? Seriously, I think it's important either way to get with people that are like-minded and at least doing their best to head in the same direction. right? And of course, yes, people are going to have different perspectives. That's one of the things that we do right here, right? We all have slightly varying perspectives, but our aim is the same, right? We jokingly said we want to make families great again, but actually that's kind of what it's morphed into, right? We said that we wanted to focus on Black men, and some of our struggles. And over these 99 episodes, I think we've done that. We're going to continue to do that and try to bring awareness to some of our thoughts. And of course, we are open to all of everyone else's thoughts, right? So with all that being said, Kev made a great point that I don't know when or how this ends. And the reason is because while I get the heart behind what's being said, because that is absolutely accurate, also, you need to gird up your loins like a man, as is said in Job. Okay. And if you know the story of Job, Job went through pretty much everything just about imaginable. Some of the worst tragedies, lost his entire family, lost all of his riches. Best friends turned on him. It was all him by himself. And then God flexed on him. And then God flexed on him, said, "Who are you to be asking me questions?" Okay. So, but he basically said, gird up your loins like a man, because you still have to keep going. You still have a job to do. And while, yes, I do understand it, you need to have your time to vent and get out your frustration and to, get a good cry out if you need to. If that's what you need to do, hey, do that, right? But also gird up your loins like a man, because we got work to do, because we are going to be relied on, because we are the providers. We are the leaders. We are the protectors. We are the penetrators. I mean, what? But I'm saying, right? But seriously though, like that's that's who we are. So yes, we absolutely need to take our time to do that. But I want to stress that's no excuse to, wallow in misery. I love what you said, Kev, that every day you still get up and you do what you got to do. And for those 55 minutes, you let it all out. And hopefully you get some of it out on this show too. you know, um, but yeah, but Rich, you too, and Q, we're glad to have you on. Hopefully everybody gets a little bit of their whatever out, during the show. But also, we got to get up tomorrow and we got a job to do, whatever it is. So it's not an excuse to fold. It's an acknowledgement of your feelings, as it should be. It's an acknowledgement of what you feel, because what you feel is important, and how you feel is important, and how you move about your day is important, right? And also, we got to keep moving. What the hell happened? I missed something.
I don't even know, man. I just know it's not good. That's why I'm not.
I probably shouldn't have asked, because Rich still got his hand. He still got his face in his hands. So he probably said something.
Yeah.
Don't acknowledge it. Don't.
Just keep going. Going the opposite.
All right. Anyway.
No good. Okay.
All right. No better time for God.
It's about that time. It's about the time when
we gonna need it.
God in therapy, please, God in
yeah.
therapy.
When I got to share, we gonna need it.
Oh my God. Yeah, this. We all need a little God in therapy, obviously. Oh Lord.
Well, one fell, so I guess that leaves us where the question needs to be asked. So this is a space to be vulnerable. Yes, we're in agreement. Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
All right. So what? And this, I mean, it's because of course, and again, I want the people to, if you're just joining us for the first time, so this set of cards comes from a game called Dating Connect, and there are 4 decks in here. 4 decks, not dicks. All right. Exploration, self-reflection, icebreakers, and deeper connection, which deeper connection is upside down. because if you go in upside down, you're bound to get deeper. Conversation for another day. But all the cards ask you a lot of questions that help you to, explore yourself. If you're into self-exploration, that's a fun time too. But this question is about our own vulnerabilities. So we're gonna
How did we get here?
we never know. I got a question to ask.
Oh God. Okay. All right. What's the question? What's the question?
But it's actually a serious one. This is probably why we need to laugh beforehand. All right.
Okay.
So
All right. Just get it out. Okay. Just get it out.
That's what she said.
Okay.
When you like flip outside the rubber and it's still stuck in it a little bit, you just
look. I was getting myself at serious point. Whew. All right.
Come on, man. There we go. All right, we ready? Hold on.
I'm ready. Serious.
All right. And scene. Okay. What makes me insecure and why? So what makes you insecure? It's a self-reflection, so you'll be asking yourself, but what makes me insecure and why? Well, y'all got y'all thinking caps on. I'll go ahead because I saw the question. I already had these and but I like, all right, F word. So I'll tell a story and then I'll give my answer. So long time ago we had a conversation about church hurt, and so like ever since that happened, one of my biggest fears was reconnecting to a church because like not that my like faith in God dwindled. I'll say at least not until my mother passed, but like in terms of being in church, it wasn't about my faith in God, it was about my faith in people. And because I could not like separate the two, I did not want to be in church because people were there and they were going to let me down every single time. And then my mother passed, and two churches told me that they were going to essentially hold me down in her passing, and the both of them have officially failed me at this point. Which the last church, the one that I grew up in, got a new pastor, and while I was on vacation, I essentially got fired on vacation, which sent me financially like headed for the hills, because of course, if you're responsible with your finances, you like budget around like what's coming. And so when all of this took place, like one, like I had to stand up for my son because that was where the offense started. And I had to stand up for myself. And so I walked away from a church with no idea about where like my set of income was going to come from. And so like one night it took everything in me just to get him to bed so that he wouldn't see me breaking down, worried about like what was going to come next. And so while he slept, I kneeled at his bedside and I prayed that God would not let him feel what it was, like feel physically what it is that I was feeling. Essentially, I didn't want his lifestyle to change because of what was taking place for me. And God showed up 3 days later. But like the transition was still scary because I am making less now than I was in that position. And so when things seem a little tight, when they feel a little tight, when I'm a little sketchy about like timelines of, them automatic things coming out of accounts and stuff like that, those are probably the times that I feel most insecure. When I gotta think twice when he makes a request, it makes me feel a little insecure. If it's, like mother should ever need a little bit of help, and I gotta like wonder like how can I move something to make it happen when friends ask to borrow or ask for things like and I have to think about it at a point where I didn't have to think about it. That's the time where I feel or recently feel the most insecure. And it's because, again, our jobs are to protect and provide. And so, like, when my provisions don't seem as like prevalent, it makes me insecure. Like, I don't sleep the same. I don't like my shoulders, my chest ain't as high when, what I'm saying, I'm like waiting for a payday. When it just, when an unexpected bill happens. Oh shit, it's a flat tire. Like, does the tire need to be plugged or does it need to be replaced? Because plugging it and replacing it ain't the same. What I'm saying? Like when you go for oil change and they say, oh, well, you need blah, 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 blah. When it hits a little different, like finances make me the most insecure because whether we like it or not, provision is a part of our manhood. So like I never want to be looked at as less than simply because I'm like, I ain't got it to give right now. And it's not fair, but like it's a burden that I carry. And that's, so that's my thing right now.
It's wild actually that you almost said word for word what the video said about your feelings of your feeling down on yourself because you're struggling.
Yeah.
Right. It's wild. You like said that word for word. I'll just say for now I can relate. But Q, Rich, what y'all thoughts?
I guess Kev kind of already hit the nail on the head for me. Like, I've always been the type of person I like being in a position where I can help others. And I think my guilty thing that made me feel kind of insecure was, me always worrying about helping other people. Sometimes I got insecure about actually taking time for myself. Because somebody who can't provide for themselves really can't help somebody else fully. So Kev already hit my point.
And to MCB's comment, like I feel you, but and you know how this goes, man. Like you can say yes 1,000 times. You can show up for people 1,000 or 999 times out of 1,000. And it's that one time that you can't give them a ride. It's that one time that you can't loan them money. It's that one time that they can't sleep on your sofa. It's that one, like it's always that one, like that one no gets more weight, what I'm saying, in people's minds than the 1,000 yeses that you've given them. And that, like, you hate that it's that way, but like that's kind of the way society thrives off of negativity. What I'm saying? Which is why we have a million Real Housewives shows and no more episodes of the Bill Cosby Show. Like, what I'm saying? Because like people want to see drama. They want chaos. They want, what I'm saying, like discord, as opposed to like really appreciating the many times that you have come through for them. So like I know no is an option, but it ain't, what I'm saying? Like people don't just be like, oh, okay, I understand. Like now they mad at you because you said no, which is yeah.
So for me, it's up here, man. It's when I feel like I am not good enough or inadequate or not like when I feel like I'm not doing enough, that's when I feel the most insecure, because now I'm like, all right. And I guess it stems from like me just trying to always be better. But if I feel like I'm not doing enough, like I won't even eat until the job is done. It doesn't make sense, right? Because you need food for fuel to keep going. Like that's how bad it can get. That's why I need God in therapy, right? Because I will do things that really don't make sense. Like so you're not going to refill, you're not going to replenish your body so you can keep going. Like so you're just not going to eat until the job is done. Like, but that's when I feel the most insecure, is when my thought process is going, all right, you don't want to be inadequate, you don't want to be not enough, like you don't want to, are you meeting all those, are you checking all the boxes? Even though I know those things, right? There's a battle of the mind. There's a battle of at least for me, there's a battle of the mind. Even my wife gives me words of affirmation. She gives me the truth. She gives me the truth. So I know when she tells me, I'm going above and beyond, I know that's the truth, because she also tells me when, I'm effing up. So it's still the battle of my mind, and where I got to get better. I got to, seek some therapy, of course. But that's when, I feel the most insecure, is when my mind is telling me, oh, wait a minute. Was that good enough? Don't eat yet. Don't do this. Don't do that. Hey, you can be better. You can keep going.
I never feel insecure. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you guys.
That's because you're Trey, right?
I'm Trey motherfucking Welch. I never feel insecure. So okay. All right. Here, I'll say it this way. All right. So as not to beat a dead horse too much, I will say ditto to what you all said, because each point brought me to a different thing that I think about, particularly related to finances, and the curse of being the provider, right? Have I done enough? Is it enough? Should I rest? This isn't done yet. This still needs to be paid. This still needs to be saved for. This is still had been asked for. This still needs to be provided for. This still needs to be done. Yeah, I know. All right, it's okay. It's 2:00. I'll eat at 4. It's fine. I look up and it's 6. It's cool. It's already 6. It's all right. Screw it. I just go to 8. I look up and it's 9. Now the day's gone. I haven't done other stuff, right? So yeah, ditto to all of that. I absolutely know that feeling, and I'm trying to get better with that on a daily basis, trying to organize myself better and just separate time for certain things. A lot of it just has to do with being disciplined in my time, and so I understand that. So while I 100% feel that, I'll say for me, the thing that maybe makes me feel the most insecure is my health. So for those of you who recall, I spent the first 12 days of this year, 13 days of this year in the hospital. Many things going on, right? I won't go back to that because it was a rough time, right? And that is a big concern of mine because I lost my dad in his 50s. My granddad, his father, was I think early 60s. All of my dad's brothers were in their late 40s or mid 50s. And I'm 41. So that is something that has always been a bit of a concern, but as I began to approach 40, it's something else that I genuinely think about. In addition to the therapy aspect, is absolutely the godly aspect, because I also know that just because that happened with them doesn't mean that that's gonna be me, right? So, and that's something that I have to lean in on, because to be honest, my history says that I ain't got but so much time left. Now, my family history says that, but whose report do I believe, right? And so that's been what's been keeping me going. What's been helping me to get up every day is that my in addition, of course, taking better care of myself. Yes, I am taking better care of myself. Yes, I'm going to the gym regularly. Yes, I'm drinking a whole lot of water. Yes, I'm taking. I'm diabetic. For those of you who don't know, I'm type 2 diabetic. Yes, I'm taking care of that. Yes, my numbers are normal. All right. Okay. But that it took for me to kind of hit the wall at the end, actually right around this time last year, to get back on that. So, I could go on about that, but also then going back to the money aspect and trusting what I hear God telling me. Very short story. In 2021, God very clearly told me that I needed to leave the job that I was at. He very clearly told me that, and I did not listen. And the last 12 months that I was there, I'll never forget. It was May 21 until May 22 when I left, and those 12 months were hell. Everything that could possibly go wrong in the house, outside of the house, went wrong. Everything literally went wrong. And I remember going into January of 22 and saying, God, I don't know. Thank you for getting me through. I don't know what it is, like what happened. And I remember very clearly hearing God say, I told you to leave last year. Those words exactly. I told you to leave last year, right? And so, leap of faith, I left in May. I took a big pay cut, like you mentioned. Things were not rosy necessarily, but we continue moving forward. And I'll say a breaking point for me was when we moved, right before we moved into this house. I didn't know we were going to move. I didn't know this was available. I didn't know this was going to happen. None of that. And I remember going to bed with our eldest daughter, and she's saying, Daddy, you seem sad. And I said, it's okay. I'm just thinking. I was full of crap. I was sad. But I said, I'm just thinking. And she said, I had told her, of course, that we were getting ready to move, and she was like, where are we moving to? And I said, I don't know where it came from, but yeah, well, I do it now, I guess. But I said, uncharacteristically, I said, to a place that God is going to show us, because I had no idea what that place looked like, and it was here, right? And this was way more than I expected it to be, right? Is it the end game? Absolutely not, but it was more than what I expected. And again, it was just a reminder to when God starts speaking, to listen. Sorry to ramble, but there it is. When God starts speaking, listen. And sometimes it takes for you to be quiet so you can hear him talk. And I was so busy, acting in my own strength that I wasn't listening to what he was very clearly telling me. So, say, look, again, whatever you believe is what you believe, is between you and your God, whoever your God is, right? But I'm just saying that's been a legitimate experience in my life. So, which is why I never want to forsake the God part of the God in therapy. And God's still working on me, and I still need therapy. I'm just saying, right? I still need lots of work, so don't talk trash about me. Just pray for me, all right? Just saying. Sure. All right, I'm done. Go ahead, bro.
What needs to be said has been said.
Yeah.
That's that. All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And that's, man, that's really, and all of us have, I'm sure, a similar story, man. You know, and if you don't, I encourage you, right there where you are, in whatever space you're in whatever crap you're going through, in, you know, whatever sin has beaten you so far, I encourage you to listen. Just listen. Just be quiet for a little bit and listen. You know, I saw a reel. I think it was on IG. And it said, you know, the best way to hear God's voice is to read His Word. You know, and you know, the person said, you know, well, that I can't hear it. I can't hear Him. I'm just reading. And he said, right. You want to hear God's voice, read out loud if that helps you. But if you want to hear God's voice, read His Word. And so I just, you know, again, wherever you are, I encourage you to do that. The doors of the church are open. Where the organ at? Not really. Don't, you don't gotta. You don't gotta. It's okay.
Because
I know you.
This is why we got to get get together all together one more good time.
Yes, sir.
Special edition.
Yeah. Speaking of special editions, while I got everybody's attention, let me talk about the season finale, episode 100. Is going to be coming up in 2 weeks. Not next Friday, but the next Friday.
We on 100.
100. We have done this. Well, we will have done this 100 times. I'm excited about that. So you look, listen. This is going to be a fun one. We are inviting the wives. We're inviting the wives. Yeah, that's right. We be here talking all our trash, but we inviting the wives on episode 100. Yeah, boy. And yes, the jokes are going to still fly. I don't know what that joke was just there. They just done. But the jokes are still going to fly. It don't matter. But it's going to be some good debate. I know that.
Yeah, indeed.
I was just mentioning, I said, speak of things done over 100 times.
Yeah.
Well.
And
wouldn't
over,
be our wives
and over.
And over.
The circle.
Over and over.
And over and over.
And over.
And then even when it's over, you keep on listening.
It ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over.
It ain't ever over. You know?
It ain't over.
Yeah.
It's just little intermissions.
Just a brief pause.
Brief. Listen.
You know, you gotta recover.
Recovery.
Find your
electrolytes.
She gotta recover.
It's important to get, you know, your electrolytes up and hydrate. You know.
I mean. What the fuck are we doing? All right, move on. We out of here. We got last one for the road. We got a fair or foul. Here we go.
Men need to stop taking women on dates. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you. I wouldn't even buy her coffee.
Men need to
done with this
stop taking women on dates.
Get your best friend and take her out of here. You should never take a woman out on a date that you don't have vested interest in and that you're not sure she has a vested interest in you. Stop trying to disillusion her with your money, your resources, your ability to buy her roses and all that dumb stuff. That's not dumb. Disillusion me, baby, all day. What has that gotten you? Where are they? Exactly. So stop doing it. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. If you need, hold on, I'm not done. If you want to know if a woman is interested in you for real and wants to not just use you as a meal plan, because let me tell you, a lot of my homegirls are going out with you because they are bored. They don't have nothing to do. They're not over the other dude. Somebody else hasn't hit her back yet, so she's going out with your stupid ass. So stop taking her out on dates. Don't buy her anything. Don't spend a dime. Don't spend a nickel. Don't spend a penny. Go somewhere that is free. And if she is unwilling to go there with you, don't go out with her. Talk to her on the phone. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you.
Men should stop taking women on dates. Fair or foul, sound off in the comments. Let your voice be heard. Let's go up to it.
I legit thought I was done drinking, and
Hey,
I thought I was done drinking.
Yeah, here we are.
And yet here we are. And yet here we
We're
are.
going into overtime for episode
it's-
99. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I do it all the time.
But if you put 2 9s on it, you know.
It's 99.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing good coming out of this one. Let's do it.
So, should men stop taking women on dates, flaunting their money, spending their bread, spending it all on them, treating them to a good time? What are your thoughts, gentlemen?
Friend, homies, cousin, sis. I know somebody gonna be mad, but I think she absolutely gets the fare from me. Especially if she's not showing interest. It's a waste of money, dog. It's a waste of money for me. If she really wants to show interest, like take the time to actually sit down and get to know me. We don't have to spend money. We can just have simple conversation. We can sit there. Let's be old school. Let's have phone conversations. Meaningful conversations, getting to know each other. How about let's start there? I don't need to spend my money to get to know you. You don't need to get a dinner from me. We ain't going to Ruth Chris just so you can sit there and say, hey, how you doing? What you like to do? And then I never hear from you again. If you can't show me what you can invest into me, why am I going to invest something out of my pockets? If you can't help me,
You said if you can't show me that they'll invest in the meat. Is that what you said?
In the meat.
I mean,
in the meat.
If she can't invest in my meat,
is that what you said?
If you're not showing me anything substantial to pour into me, why should I pour out my wallet to you?
The meat.
Meat. I think she was spitting game, especially for those that are looking for something more than just to be put in the friend zone, to only be called up when she's bored or got nothing to do and she doesn't want to spend her own money. So she calls you up because she knows that you're going to pay for everything. And even if she brings some girlfriends along, you're going to be made to feel like you're doing something, you're the man or whatever, but you are the one paying for everyone there. Like, I think she was spitting games. She was like, hey, you know, don't play yourself, because that's what these guys are doing. They're playing themselves.
Ooh, Diamond, go ahead and pull up, sis. This is going to be a long one.
I was gonna say we in overtime, but we here. Listen. It took everything in my power to put the deck of cards back, but I went ahead and put it back. We not going. We not going to go.
Thank God. Thank God. I'm about to say, oh boy.
I'm trying to be respectful of the people's time, but I ain't going nowhere. So listen, it ain't popular, but I would be a wholehearted fan of going Dutch until there's exclusivity, because again, to the woman's point, you're trying to figure out if there's genuine interest, and so if it's not enough to just be on the phone, which that part I can understand. You want to see how people interact in person. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say your conversations aren't AI driven while you on the phone? You know what I'm saying? Can you actually talk spontaneously? Whatever, cool. But let them be free dates. Hey, meet me at a museum. Hey, meet me wherever. You pay for your stuff, I pay for my stuff. So that way, if it doesn't work, nobody's walking away feeling like, you know what I'm saying, oh, I wasted whatever the case may be. And like let's just keep it a stack. The last person that I found myself emotionally like involved with, I showed up with the flowers, I made the reservations, I made time, I did all of the things, and now, you know, she's nowhere to be found. So like we not, you know what I'm saying, like while it doesn't bother me because, you know, I can pick up a gig and get my money back, like that's not the issue. But like my time and my feelings, my energy, like all of that gets invested for you to just non-communicatively say, "Oh, I'm done with this," and then you fall off the face of the earth. Whereas if you like were genuinely interested, you would have no problem bringing your half to the, you know what I'm saying, to the table. So you ain't wasting your time. I'm not wasting mine. But then when we get to a point of exclusivity and I see that you're really buying in, then I have no problem doing for you. But even with that, the ultimate goal is to build our resources up together, build this like thing together where it's not just all me. Because if it's all me, then I have nothing and you have everything, and that's like weird for like relationship. Like, why would we not both want to be thriving in that space? But I'm saying I would be willing to do a lot more for you after a Dutch point, knowing that you're actually interested in me, as opposed to, you know, like you said, why we got to meet at Roof Chris on date one and spend $300 for me to ask you 6 questions. We sit there for an hour and a half, and then next thing you know, I'm clown with a screenshot on social media. Hey, I let this nigga take me out for blah blah blah, 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 blah. And look where, like, you know, it's just that's where we are. So like I said, I know it ain't gonna go over well, but I would be more than content going Dutch until we exclusive.
But these the same types that make it transactional, but be
Right.
mad when it's transactional. Nah, your math just ain't mathing.
You mathing backwards. 2 plus 2 is
Okay?
-6.
Because what your time mean to me, if you making it transactional, we can
Let's
make
transact.
it
Let's
transactional.
let's
But you
transact.
ain't gonna, you sitting up here, your math ain't mathing. If you making it transact, you the one making it transactional.
To
Because
quote Boondocks, if I'm paying, that makes her a hoe. And we could do this. We could do this transaction.
Hey, look, I thought he was gonna say, if I'm paying, I'm slaying. I thought he was gonna say.
Damn. I probably should have said that. I ain't even think about it. I told you I don't mean to rhyme.
put
Even
it
though
on a
I
t-shirt.
do it all the time.
Because
You
he
know what
was
I'm
right.
saying?
Put it on a
You know what
t-shirt.
I'm saying? That would have been a good one. Shit, I didn't even think about that. But anyway, yeah, if I'm paying, I'm slaying. What he said.
Slayer.
Double kill.
Double kill. Kill tap.
Kill
Put it,
tacular.
put it on the t-shirt. Put it on the t-shirt. Mm.
It'll turn into those NFL those NFL comments that's been going around, those memes.
Yeah.
he got up in there.
No,
It's a game of inches.
it's a game of inches, and he just came up a little short.
Can't relate.
I can't relate.
Ah,
But you definitely brought up a good point, though.
But no, one of them, yeah, one of them memes, you know, that or like one of them phrases that I've been seeing all the time when we get into these like conversations about, you know, like being suckered into dates and blah 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 blah, is people be like, date somebody who actually likes you. Nigga, we don't even know what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? Until you know. You know what I'm saying? Because people, and again, if it doesn't apply, you don't take offense. Women will play the game to get what they're looking for, which in a lot of these cases is a free meal, you know what I'm saying, a good conversation for their group chat, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, or just something to occupy their time while they waiting for the one they really want to free themselves up or get serious or whatever the case may be. So like you may feel like she actually likes you only to be getting played the whole time. So like, you know, you can't even say date somebody who actually likes you, because niggas lie every day, B. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. I think that's why I like what you said. Like, yeah, I'll pay, you know, as we become exclusive. right? When I know I'm for you and you're for me, then yeah, okay, cool. We go out. Yeah, I'll take you out. You know, that kind of thing. I agree with that. But otherwise, yeah, because the truth is that again, we women forever, as long as I've been alive, said that they wanted partnership in their marriages and their relationships and so on. So if that's the case, then well, partner, let's meet up and let's meet up at the bar and let's talk about what we can partner up on. Let's meet up at at the bookstore and let's talk about what we can you know move forward with, how we can move forward together. You know what I'm saying?
Because can you read without following with your finger?
How about it?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe that's not a deal breaker for you. Fine. But I don't think spending money or getting Hulk smashed. I don't think those are the ways to, what's the best way to say it? To kind of start the relationship, because again, if I got to pay for everything, if I'm paying for everything, first time we get to link up,
put it on the nightstand. Let me put it on the nightstand.
I think the chin is better.
So yeah, let's link up somewhere chill. Go somewhere you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Word. She ain't saving it for marriage. She's saving it for cabbage. That makes her a hoe.
Carrots. I just, I want to get the lyric right. Saving it for carrots.
Yeah, well, all right, well, whatever it is, it makes her a hoe. That's what I'm saying.
She want to see how far I'm gonna go, how much I'm gonna spend, but you already know. Zip zero, stingy with the Nero. Might buy you crisp, but that about it. Might light your wrist, but that about it. I might wife you and buy you nice trips, mom, but you really gotta ride nice. Know how to work your hips, and your
I'm
head
saying
is pricey. Okay,
the
get the
great
whole.
prophet Sean Carter.
You know what I'm saying?
We just saying that if you want to play that game, these are
play
the
it.
rules.
Let's play it. These are the rules of engagement.
Right? Now, should you want an engagement, then you may not want to play by those rules. But otherwise, those are the rules of engagement. See what I did there?
For 3.
Nah. We just saying.
For everything.
Everything.
For everything.
Everything. Anyway,
it's kind of
all right.
Kind of like Simpsons episodes. You make enough of them, something gonna fit. Giggity.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Long as you don't come up short. Again, can't relate.
Can't relate. Good night, everybody.
How did we get here? We always get somewhere crazy like that. I blame Q. I'm blaming Q this time.
We said it was gonna be special.
Blame it on them.
Got your feeling.
For everybody, we appreciate y'all. This was a time for sure. Big shout out to those of y'all who stuck with us through overtime, because we like to put in overtime. Just saying, that's what we do. Kev, take us out, brother.
I can take y'all out because I'm actually awake. So again, I want to be clear. Niggas was tired. But also told y'all I sat up in the chair. You know what I'm saying? The sofa's a little too comfortable, but now it's time to go to sleep. But just as we, close out the lunch break in Christmas, hopefully everybody found something to be thankful for. If not, be thankful for us tonight because we made you laugh. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are headed into Giving Tuesday, so let's find something that's worthwhile for the cause. And this is the perfect time for me to shout out the Maryland Music Educators Association. On Tuesday, we will be looking for contributions to support music students in the state of Maryland. This is a very big time for us as we watch arts and arts-centered, education change and transform in the state of Maryland. So consider a worthy cause to give to on Tuesday. That's my 2 cents. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Episode 100 is going to be stupid. I can promise you that. I'm going to Total Wine to pick up something stupid for tonight. I just know, if you're not here, you missing it altogether. So, you know what I'm saying? Bottles in the air. We finna, find a cure for cancer on episode 100. So y'all pull up and let's have ourselves a great time. That's all I got, man.
All right.
That's a big one.
Cure for cancer. Well. Well. All right.
Complaints.
Sheesh. Q.
Well, once again, I know I don't get to get on often, but it's always a pleasure. Thank you guys. Since we're getting off of Thanksgiving, I'm going to say what I'm thankful for. Thankful for you guys for joining us each and every Friday. We love you. We thank you for the support. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their cousin to tell their auntie to come here to get the real, raw, unfiltered truth from 4 dope-ass guys. That's all I got for you. Love you guys. Hope to see you for 100.
Hey, dope being here. Dope having Q here with us, man. Dope show. Thank you guys for joining us. Hey, listen, be thankful. Go do great things. All right, because I'm about to kick Q out and go do great things as well. So listen, we love you guys. All right, we love you guys. And hey, have a great weekend. Meet us back on the, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say the 14th, because we're gonna, listen, 14th. You're gonna have 2 weeks to get the thing together. Get everybody, get your mama, your auntie, get all of them, okay? Back here on the 14th, we're gonna have a good time for episode 100.
Get them invites for the watch party.
Yeah, it's going to be a rackin' frackin' party next week. Oh, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Not next week. In 2 weeks on the 14th. Right, I'm used to it. What can I say? Yeah, man, no, we appreciate all of y'all. We appreciate y'all sticking with us for overtime. Definitely tell your friends, tell your peoples, tell your neighbors. All right, all the people that you want to go to heaven with you, tell them, all right, to join us for episode 100, man. We are going to have a great time. Again, y'all are the best part of everything that we do. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all feedback. We appreciate your engagement. And look, this is how we grow. We grow through discourse, through discussion, through perspective, all of those kinds of things. And of course, we have to encourage you. I encourage you to, get with the Most High and get you some, therapeutic treatment. Okay. All right. See, I had to say it different so we ain't have to go backwards. We're not going back. All right. We're not going back. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, that's what it is, man. As always, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Stay skeptical, stay informed, and always question the narrative. There is absolutely a war for your mind out here. So be very, very careful. So assuming nothing's changed in the last 2 hours or so, and we can still call y'all ladies and gentlemen, we absolutely will catch y'all in 2 weeks on the 14th. Bring your drinks, bring the glass. Let's have us a good time.
We need healing. We need to be heard, and we need what everybody wants.
Let's go wrong. What is that?